Okay, this is the delivery process for the motor. This is a Yamaha 115 4-stroke 20-inch shaft length motor. To take the motor cowling off, there's a handle on both the stern and on the bow front of the motor. You take those loose. And the cover is up and over. To check the oil on the starboard side of the engine, there's a yellow handle, and you can notice that anytime you see something that's yellow, even on an automobile, that means it's consumer friendly. And you can pull this up and out. The normal operating range on this is anywhere in these crosshatches between here, and I don't know if you see it. It's hard for me to do this by myself. But all those cross hatches from the bottom all the way up, you'll see those hatches, cross hatches to right there. Again, hard for me to point at that. Okay. So that's where you check it. If you wanted to change the oil yourself, you drain it through here on the midsection. There's a port right here with like a 12-millimeter bolt head in here. You take the bolt out, and that's how you would drain the oil if you're going to change it. This is where the oil goes in, and this motor holds 3.4 US quarts, including the oil filter. On the port side of the motor is where the oil filter is located. And you'll notice that there's a catch basin that goes around it. So if you were to unscrew this to change it, the idea is that catch basin will get any spent oil and send it back down into the crankcase. So that takes care of the oiling system on it. Okay, now this is important to note. On the port side of the motor, you got a fuse holder right here. This cover comes off. And on the inside, you'll see the fuses for the motor. So if you're out on the lake and you had a problem, you have the cover has a fuse puller on the inside. And in addition to that, it tells you here on the face of it what each one of these fuses do. And it shows you where the spares are. These are the spare fuses here. So you could, in the event of an emergency, you could always change them out. Change out the fuses you needed to. And that just snaps back in place. Also on the motor, it's equipped with an engine-mounted fuel water separator. And this fuel water separator, it's got a black disc that's located right in the base of it here that floats in water. It does not float in gasoline. So if you had water in the fuel, that black disc comes up and it'll set off an alarm to tell you that you got water in the fuel. The way to deal with that, if it ever happens, and it's really kind of doubtful you'll have that issue nowadays, but you just unscrew this and you dump it out overboard, and then you put it back up on here and tighten it back in place. There's also an onboard fuel water separator on the boat itself. And if you ever had water in here and had an alarm sound, you would need to take the one that's on the boat side, take it loose and go ahead and dump it as well, or replace it is the best thing to do with that.